Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Delta Force Black Hawk Down Team Sabre as we commence the, oops, wrong one there. As we commence the final level in the Iranian campaign. And you'll notice there are no campaign missions. That is because I already did the mission, but the recording turned out like ass. There's some sort of problem with the 3D hook, I think, in OBS right now, so we get to do it again, yay! But, that was a fun mission, so hopefully I'll be a little better at it this time around. But in any case, without further ado, Rebel Mountain Stronghold. Mission briefing. Rebel Mountain Stronghold. Date May 24th, 2005, 1700 hours. Location, Yasuj, Iran. Situation, Rebel General Haatim Jaareah bin Shamim Kalb and his remaining rebel troops have fled to a medieval stronghold near Yasuj and are holding a Delta operative hostage. Delta will insert via Black Hawk to navigate the fortress city and attempt to rescue the hostage. You must disable all air defenses before the hostage can be extracted. Once he is secured, you will infiltrate the stronghold itself and eliminate the general. Ooh, let's see. Yeah, we'll go with the M240. And shotgun and satchel charge, because we'll need that to disable the AAA. So let's get started. Upward 605, Team Sabre. Date time 24th of May 2005, 1700 hours. Situation, General Haatim Jaareah bin Shamim Kalb and his troops have fled to a stronghold in the mountains. A captured Delta operative is being ransomed for immunity. 3 Soviet Zu-23 AAA guns have been placed in the surrounding city, preventing any potential air assault. Weather, bright, cloudy, hot, and dusty. Terrain, mountainous desert, sparse vegetation. Enemy, approximately 250 Iranian regulars and elite troops equipped with AK-47s and RPGs. BBLs with 7.62mm machine guns and 3 Soviet Zu-23 AAA guns. Friendly hostage Delta 6-1. Mission. Who? Delta Team 5 and the 160th SOAR. What? Infill by Black Hawk. Disable AAA guns throughout the city. Assault Mountain Stronghold. Eliminate General Kalb. When? Immediately. Execution. Command's intent. Remove air defenses from city. Locate and eliminate General Kalb. Concept of operation. Rebels are holding a Delta Op ransom in an ancient fortress in exchange for immunity. Air defenses are preventing a direct air assault, so infill the nearby city. Once all air defenses are eliminated, air support can be provided for a final assault. Expect fierce rebel resistance. Do not allow General Kalb to escape. Service and support basic load, saw, shotgun, and satchel charge.
Command to all units, you are headed into rebel-held territory. Exercise extreme caution. The rebels have fortified a medieval stronghold town. The enemy is dug in good and will fight to the last man.
Roger that, Command. Any chance we can get some air support?
Negative 5-1. The rebels have the area covered by 3 Soviet Zu-23 anti-aircraft guns. That's all that 6-1 was able to report before his capture by General Kalb. Attempt to locate and retrieve 6-1 if he is still alive, and eliminate General Kalb.
Copy, Command. Are we sure that General Kalb is at this location?
Affirmative, 5-1. This is their last stand. They've got nowhere else to hide. Your first objective is to demo those guns so we can provide support for your team.
Copy that, Command. We're going to need it. 5-1 out. Stay close and cover each other. I want bounding overwatch and overlapping fire at all times.
Alright. Now that I'm confident that we've made an entryway for ourselves here, let us advance. So this battle ends up being very reminiscent of the Battle of Mogadishu. It's very tightly packed, urban environment. There's enemies around every corner. There's lots of RPGs. Oops. That's our objectives.
Hold this position.
How far is it gonna let me?
5-1, where are you
Nope.
going? Get back on course and finish the mission.
Alright, I had a try. Alright. Suppressing fire! Okay. I just want to clear out this flank. Let's see, can't see anything there. It's so cheesy, but, you know, in real life, there's nothing really stopping me from just climbing on one of my squad mates' shoulders just to peek up over the wall. I mean, odds are most aren't going to expect that. They'll expect you to either go through the wall or around the wall, not over it like that. And, oh, you can just make them out there. Ah! Alright, we got him. Mission accomplished. Let's go home. But yeah, unfortunately... Oh, there's another one, whatever. Unfortunately, yeah, they, this weapon is not very accurate. Which is really disappointing that you're... I feel like this is a map where you should have been able to choose any weapon. And instead, granted, snipers would be of limited use considering all the smoke, but other than that, you know, like the M4, or sorry, the Car 15 with M203, that would be a pretty solid choice for this map, I tell ya. But all you get is the machine guns, or just randomly the G36.
Regroup on my position.
It's just such an awkward choice, you know?
I can't see anything. Through all this damn smoke. Take cover here, and I'll try to get through the smoke.
Alright, I think we got all of them. Oh, they got some militia there. Alright. So that area should be clear. We'll go and finish the street later, because the smoke is probably uncomfortable for your guy, but not lethal. Boop.
All right, it's safe to move up. Stick together.
All right.
We don't want to get lost in these slums.
You most assuredly do not. Alright, so this area... I forgot to turn off team notifications there. Boom, headshot. Alright, we'll do the old classic pincer with our team here.
Check your corners!
And we can see there's an RPG up there. And you'll notice that your teammates are invulnerable, I do believe, during this mission. I haven't fully tested it, but I feel like that's pretty solid testimony right there. Having an RPG go off next to them. And not even flinching or being like, oh, I've been hit. But, I agree with this choice, honestly. Just because the AI in general is pretty infamously bad, I think, for all the games in general. They're better in Black Hawk Down, but not great still. But you know, you've seen, if you've watched the series, you know.
5-1, where are you going? Get back on course and finish the mission.
Whoops. You know how much we've had to babysit our boys throughout much of oh, there he is. Throughout much of the campaign. So I really appreciate not having to babysit them as much here, which doesn't mean as much because generally, as you've noticed, they wait for you to clear an area, then they'll fall to a safe spot. Clear an area, fall to a safe spot. So it's not great, but... Alright. Oh, fuck. Okay. And that fire didn't damage me, apparently, but we won't talk about that. There we go. That should at least eliminate these guys. Yeah. So, and unfortunately, the the design of this mission doesn't kind of encourage you to do this pre-clearing, so to speak, as much as you can. As it is a very long and difficult mission. Personally, I think they should have given you 4 to 5 saves for this mission. Would have been comfortable. Maybe 6, you know, just so you don't have to redo the ingress on the Blackhawks over and over again. But, yeah, you have to do this mission with 3 saves. And, when I did this last time, the mission was well over an hour. So, it is indeed a very long mission by Delta Force standards. But it's also a very fun one, and honestly, kind of, with the exception of some of the cheesing you do, or are encouraged to do, I should say, it is kind of the epitome of Delta Force, I think, in my opinion. Got him. Alright, we don't want to advance too much further now. Otherwise, we'll trigger a counterattack that we are not prepared for yet. Woo-hoo-hoo. That did not go as planned. Yeah, as you can see, the frickin' RPG respawns. All right. Yeah, and with how many RPGs they're flying, even if most are misses, this would be enough in a normal
on the rooftop, 12 o'clock.
campaign.
They're lining us up in these alleys. Tactical, left side. RPG on the right. Make a break for that barricade ahead.
All right, got him. Got him. Make sure, okay, that's clear. Now to deal with the technical. Which I actually have a 20 mil mounted on that. Oh, we got a... Alright, that takes care of the 50 cal. And now at this point... Oh. There he is. I think at this point we have most of the area cleared, so now I'm comfortable restocking our ammo. We'll dash across. No hostilities, so we're not in the clear, but we're doing okay for now. Check around here. Oh, there's enough. Oop. Your boys like to step in front of you sometimes, unfortunately. Alright, and as you can see, they're holding position at the next barricade, so that'll encourage us to go and do some cleaning up. And honestly, I think there's some tactical sense in this. I kind of wish I could take a second man with me and just kind of have, you know, two-man teams that are kind of sweeping in opposite but supporting directions. Which which is, you know, a reasonable thing to do, I think, in real life. You know, one occupies the enemy and suppresses them, the other flanks around. Granted, normally you're doing that on a squad-based level with fire teams instead of a fire team-based level with, I don't know, sub-fire teams? Whatever you call a two-man group, a section, an element. Okay, we can see this area is all clear. Whoop! Not clear, not clear. I don't think flashbangs work on them very well, but... Alright, got him. Got him. Let's top off our mag. And just to triple verify, we can see that area is indeed all clear. And there's no one behind that mounted 50, so we can proceed to move up. Alas, ambush. All right.
Watch my back. I'm going to find a way onto the rooftop to spot those AAAs.
Careful up there, Coach.
Ooh. Then that should just leave him. All right. And you can see they really litter this map with armory, so you don't... Once you get to this point in the game, you don't... Or in the mission, you don't have to worry about ammo. You might have to make a somewhat long trek for it, but you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Gotcha. Sucker. Alright. So here's one of the AAA emplacements. Oh, we can see another over there, so that's going to be our next target. And there's the fortress that we will end up having to assault. And actually, fun fact, somewhere around the smoke, I think maybe on the other... not there. But there's like another build... I want to say maybe it's this one. There's like a corner, or there's a block like this, and then another one there. And there's a guy in a corner, and he's actually invulnerable. He's set dressing for what happens later in the level, but I guess we'll talk to him about him then if I remember. And we can see there's a random ass... You can barely see it, but you can see a radio transmitter there. It's glowing red. I think that might have been supposed to... I think that might have been like an objective at one point, but was cut maybe. But that, or it's just supposed to be set dressing. But in any case, let's see. Is there any other? The real question is there anything we can do from up here? Now, granted, remember our machine gun is wildly inaccurate, which is really disappointing. I of course expect inaccuracy when when I'm shooting from the ready position, because we never shoot from the hip, remember. If I'm shooting from the ready position, unsupported in full auto, yeah, I expect to be inaccurate. But if I'm doing 2 or 3 shot bursts, I would hope to, or even just semi-auto, I would hope to have some accuracy. Alright, so that payoff won't happen until much later in the game, or in the mission, but we were at least able to make things slightly easier for our future selves. See if there's I can see an RPG guy there, but I think he's beyond our range. The binoculars puts him at about 600 meters. That'd be a tricky shot, even with something like the Car 15 with that 2x or 1.2x scope. So I won't even try it with the machine gun, just because of how obnoxiously inaccurate it is. Alright, whee! Oop.
Everything okay up there, Coach? One down, 2 more to go. I think I spotted another one on the rooftop about 120 meters northeast of here.
Alright, so we will reload all of our ammo here. And off we go. Alright. We can now just run straight through this street thanks to our previous efforts. Which is another advantage of the...
Oh man, will you look at that? We've got to break into that fortress?
You need to take out that AAA before we move on, Coach.
Stay here, and I'll scout out the courtyard up ahead.
Splitting into 2 teams. Alright. Oh, we got someone there. That landed a bit higher than I wanted to, but... Woo! On the rooftop. There we go. And I think at this point we're going to need some smoke to cover that gap. Because there are undoubtedly hostiles down the street. Fortunately, we have our trusty M18 smoke grenade here. There we go. Woo! Bad boy. Bad boy. Let the smoke fill and... suppressing fire. Alright. Let's head out and around. And we're pretty much up to the fortress now, though it's going to be a while longer before we actually get into it. And you can see the RPGs are a little buggy on this map. They will sometimes target... Oh, God. Jesus. They'll sometimes target you from way too far away, which you kind of saw that in the initial area where they were firing at us from like 500 meters away from like...
Okay, move it up.
And it's obvious they were designed for another encounter entirely, and yet they're like, oh, I see, therefore I shoot. The hell? There we go.
RPG! RPG! Incoming VBL!
There we go. Now what the fuck is this shit about? I think we somehow aggroed someone that, yeah, we aggroed someone that shouldn't be aggroed yet. Eat a grenade, dick. But there's a few, as you can tell, there's a few 50s there. Which I thought we took care of some, but I don't know, maybe someone decided manning it, or remanning it was a good idea, but we'll figure it out. Okay, so they seem... Okay, yeah, he's definitely coming from further up in the castle there. Well, we'll keep an eye out for him when we have to do the next AA gun, which is actually right about now.
I saw a weapons cache back there, Coach.
Everyone, reload and stock up while I check out this rooftop.
Even though they're invulnerable, our guys are still not the best. Unfortunately. You can see we destroyed the first AA emplacement. We just got to destroy number 2 and 3, rescue the hostage, and get out of here safely. Oh yeah, and kill the general. I do want to try blowing up this radio transmitter. I don't think I can throw up that high, but by God, I will try. Whee! Almost. I think I might be able to get something on there. Fuck. My guy auto jumps sometimes, which is a little... No! Wait, I can just do this. Oh. Ooh. Well, it's slow enough that I think if I do it in mid-air, it might still take the antenna with it. Or, you know what I could do? Since we do have this handy armory here. Yeah, it's a nice solid truss to aim for, I think. Cool, it's invulnerable. Okay. Lame, but fine. Actually, no, I think I'm going to do, since we do have the AT-4 as an option, is I think I'm going to carry that instead of the satchel charges when we're assaulting, and then switch to the AT-4, because they always give you an armory when you're hitting the AA gun, so it just doesn't make sense to run around using satchel charges you're not going to use most of the time. Alright, that should give the next defender something to think about. And let's head up. Alright. Yeah. Huh, no one on this one. Whoa! I think that's just people downstairs. We're fine. We're fine.
Can you spot the last AA gun, Coach?
Alright, that's an RPG soldier down at least. As far as what the hell is going on here, I honestly don't know. I can't see whatever machine gun was attacking us. As far as the last gun, I do not see it. Ooh. Oh, he's not dead yet. And he's still not dead. But they got some sort of emplaced weapon there. There we go. Which I do not want the manning when we are assaulting that street. think I got it. Now, I also did see... Alright. Yeah, this guy's gonna be trickier, but there is an RPG up there. But I think we're just going to ignore him for now, unless we can get a good shot. We have a nice platform over here. But I also don't want to play the fuck around and find out game. Did I get him? Oh yeah, I think I got him. That is a bit more of a concern, but we can deal with those guys. I know he had one more friend down there. There he is. Alright. So things are looking up. But don't tell the game I said that. There we go. Just trying not to take full damage here. So we'll switch over to the to our Urban Assault AT4. Alright boys, you ready to move up? Woo! Coming out of the woodwork now. Alright, I think we got most of the high ground cleared out over here. Woo! All right. There we go. Now we're not exactly safe, but at least we're behind cover. There, I think that'll take him out. Alright, let's do a quick reload here. Quick, I say, as it takes like 8 seconds. Alright. Don't like how many open windows there are, but... Because these make me feel safe, because I know enemies can't shoot through them. Trying to think what we can see on our map, which is a little cheaty, but we can see on our map there's an in-placed weapon, multiple in-placed weapons up ahead. I just gotta think of how I want to angle through. God, I hate the smoke, which, fuck. Which does serve a few purposes, both realistically and in terms of gameplay. From a realistic perspective, obviously, they're obscuring our vision, and our night vision goggles might be enough to see through it, but like, if it was night, but it's not night, it is the middle of day, so we're just blinded by the sun. Maybe a real night vision system would work differently, but not for us. Let's do that, and maybe that's enough to get over. Fuck. You were not there before. You were not there before. Oh shit, RPGs. Gunfire everywhere. Abort, abort. Why are they coming from behind us now? Reading the room correctly here? They definitely sound like they are very, very near. Oh, hey. He did fucking come from behind us. Oh, that asshole. Which, again, I'm thankful for the invulnerability of our troops. Alright, and I think we dealt with the guys up ahead, so we should be able to not necessarily charge, but... Okay, there's that other RPG that was giving us a headache. And there's another one. Jesus. It's RPG Central down. Another one! God damn, did they get a group discount on RPGs? Alright. Oh, fuck. Think I got him. Oh, thank God he hit that retaining wall. Or not retaining wall, but wall. I don't know why I said retaining. I guess it's retaining the RPG from hitting me, you know. Alright. He's down. Could we come out that other side? I think that wall was in the way. Because I would like to stay in cover as much as possible while approaching our next waypoint. Yeah. So we're going to... Oh, this is why we have smoke grenades. And we can see there's some ammo and health up ahead, so... Although, unfortunately, this is a little bit too big of an area to cover with smoke grenades. God damn, I gotta remember to turn off Steam notifications.
RPGs, Coach! One on the rooftop and one in the street!
Nail that RPG, Coach! I'm moving up for a better shot.
Where in the hell did they get a minigun? Damn, that old foot gun is swarming with RPGs! They must have got a group discount.
Shit, I can't see anything. But we're a little bit safer now. Christ, that was way too close. We'll sneak down here and see if we can uncover anything. Alright, nothing so far. None of them had RPGs. Okay, I appreciate you guys running out to get killed by me, but okay. We can keep doing this. Yeah. Die. Oh, fuck. Okay, we got him. Goddamn. I thought I was so dead there. Okay. 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 I think this building here is going to be our only hope of cover going forward. So we're going to have to assault it. Let's try to lay out some smoke in front of the area. And a flashbang for good luck.
Don't shoot! I'm on your side!
6-1, are you okay?
They worked me over pretty bad. I'm gonna need some help out of here.
5-1 to command. I've located 6-1. He's injured, and we need an immediate medevac.
Good work, 5-1. We're dispatching Caesar now. As soon as you demo that last AAA, they can get close enough to attempt to extract the wounded.
Roger that, command. Team, cover 6-1 and hold this position until Caesar arrives.
Dispatching search and rescue team now.
Command, search and rescue inbound to Kazivac LZ.
Weapons cache, Coach!
Break out ammo for everyone. I'm going upstairs to take out the last AAA on the roof.
Alright, if we could take out that last RPG, then I think we'll be in the clear for a while. God damn, I can't see through all the smoke. I hate it. I think we got him though, which I base entirely off the fact that we're not taking return fire right now. Oh, that's right. I gotta actually get satchel charges. So, BRB. This way. I do like the detail though. I mean, you can't see it clearly unless you're up close and looking for it. But look, he's got cuts across his forehead. He's bleeding from both nostrils and the lip. He's got bruising just about everywhere, but especially under his right eye. You know, so he wasn't lying when they said they worked him over pretty good. Let's swap out for a satchel charge. Are we leaving? Oh shit, we got two med kits if we... Well, I guess part of it depends on how far we want to backtrack, and part of it depends on how far the game is willing to let us backtrack. That will double blow it up. I do want another one of those goddamn RPGs. Alright, we got him. So that will make... Did I get him too? Sweet. This will make our assault on the castle a little bit easier. And in fact, actually with this we'll have destroyed 3 AAA guns. So we should be able to get air support then. We can get the hostage out and then we can continue on our mission to eliminate General Kalb. Be nice if we could capture him, but game won't let us do that. You know, when it tells you to kill, it means kill.
5-1 to command. Air defenses have been neutralized. I say again, air defenses have been neutralized. We could really use that Caesar now, command.
Roger that, 5-1. They're on their way with some air support. Proceed on mission into the Stronghold.
Copy, command. 5-1 out.
Are they not coming? Oh, someone's shooting.
5-1, hold your fire. We're over your position. We'll sit down in the courtyard in front of your building.
Don't worry about your man, 5-1. We'll stay here and cover him till Caesar can extract. Proceed on mission.
That's right. Come dawn, he'll be as white as rain.
Oh, how nice
Romeo
though.
08 to 5-1. We have you in sight. We'll lay down some fire for you.
Juliet 2-8, starting our attack run now.
Foxtrot 6-9, coming in hot, weapons free.
About time! Outstanding!
All right, men. While those birds are running interference for us, I'll scout ahead.
And I believe all the helicopters are also invulnerable to RPG, so you don't have to worry about a Black Hawk Down incident here. But goddamn, did they really ratchet up the pressure here. And yeah, the CSAR is just hanging around. We can see we now have 3 helicopters, which are green instead of blue, which is curious, since that would mean they're yours, I guess, as opposed to just on your side. I'm not quite sure how that works. Or maybe it means they're active. Oh, we have 4 total now. But they will proceed to fly around and kind of give fire support for the rest of the mission, but not really effectively. But it all I think it's more for thematic effect. Which we'll get into a little later. Actually, we could almost see them, but yeah, you can hear all the gunfire and stuff. Occasionally, you'll hear the Blackhawks retaliating with, yep, right there. You can see they'll retaliate with minigun fire. And in this way, it's almost like one of the multiplayer maps, which I'll briefly get into. Not too briefly, but we can get into that once we're done with the campaign here. And I think now is probably a good time to save, so. Charge! Alright, anyone else? Anyone else in here? Nope, just safety. Alright, I think we've got this street pretty much cleared now. You can see there's someone on the tower with an RPG. Did we get him? I don't know if we got him. But either way, this is a good excuse to go back for more grenades. And we'll just toss some grenades over here, because we might get lucky and kill someone. Thank God there's no civilians, am I right? Hey, you can see they had attached miniguns and everything. They were, CSAR is still waiting. These guys aren't even tending to him. They're just watching the room he's in. Oh, well. Thanks, blokes. Alright. There we go. Now we can press on the assault. And we can see just by looking at our map, we've cleared the southwestern part of the city. We cleared the northern part of the city. It's just that central part that's in front of the entrance to the medieval fortress now that we have to clear. So we've been doing a hell of a lot of work here. Fortunately, it's going to get harder now, because honestly, those helicopters don't help that much. But what they do is between them and the aesthetic enemies that they're fighting, they add a lot of false positives to your return fire director, or your incoming fire director, which makes it hard to tell when you're actually being shot at. There we go. I think you can move up now, guys.
I need some cover out here.
RPGs
I don't want to be
on
up
the
there.
rooftop. Try that 50, Coach. I've got another weapons cache here, Coach. And we're gonna need it. There's RPGs all over the street level.
Take cover. I'll try to throw them out into the open.
Oh, thought those were hostiles at first. All right, we got the machine gun. That was a priority 1 target there. All right, they got BBLs blocking the entrance to the fortress. Let's Let's reload quick here. That sounded like it did something. Ooh, hope we brought our safety glasses today. Where'd that come from? Oh, okay, he's like down there. There we go. Hello. Welcome to my slaughter. Alright, and we can see... Oh, what did we use the... Oh, okay, I was like... Excuse me. I was like, what did we use the AT-4 on? Well, that killed someone, I think. Alright, can I line up the shot? I kind of did, actually. It just went way into the other room, which I did not want it to do, but... Alright, boys. I think we might be able to start edging out here. Maybe. Or they could, you know, send more guys. Oh, it's pretty quiet. I just want to be double sure we got that mounted gun out of action there. And, I think it is. I don't see any hands holding it, so... I think we're in the clear. Nope. Not clear. Not clear. Whew. That hurt. All right. There we go. Now we'll go back for health. And I think... Oh. Yep, that seals my decision. We are going back one stage to get our health pickup. So that way we can still use that one in the battle for the fortress, which we're about to begin in earnest. Just get our knife out so we move a little faster. Welcome to Mogadishu. Ah. Very telling that they reuse assets. Should have reused a different one for that one, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, reuse assets aside, and the occasional buggy AI behavior. This is honestly, I think, one of the best executed levels in the entire franchise, and most certainly in this game. You know, just the way you're systematically clearing this town. It has more of a... It's definitely not as realistic as the other Delta Force games tried to be. You know, what with all the health and ammo pickups and stuff, but... It does have a very cinematic feel to it. You know, making you feel like you're part of something larger than what's actually in the game. Because, you know, they're trying to pretend they're battling for a city right now, but we've cleared the entire city, save for a couple of well-placed enemies on rooftops that we're not allowed to kill. Which I'll get into that in probably about a minute. Whoa! Whoa! Was that, like, just a miss from a minigun? Because that came damn near close to hitting me. Alright. Let's get this show on the road. I'm sick of being shot at.
All right, stack up, team. We're going in.
Alright, let's reload. Where are they shooting at? Also, you'll notice, these guys are 10th Mountain Division. They are not Rangers like they're supposed to be. Which I don't know why that is, but someone goofed up there. Because you can look at us, we got that Delta Force black helmet and black Kevlar vest.
Mines! Everybody watch your step! Watch that cannon!
Yeah, I took him out already. Alright, so we can kind of just ease on through. There's another med kit there. Should we end up having need of it? Okay, that 50 is unmanned. And our boys are a little slow today. Which is Alright, we can see they, yeah, BBL blocking the entrance. And that right there is going to be our next discussion. Because he is one of what I refer to as the aesthetic enemies. He is invulnerable. Now, he's programmed not to engage you, I think, in general, unless you aggro him by, like, shooting him or something, but I've landed a grenade at his feet, and he's just shrugged it off, so he is invulnerable. He is only there to shoot the helicopters and make it look like something's cool happening, and I think the helicopter might have... Okay, we can't see it. I saw them peppering one of these rooftops, so I thought maybe we could see another aesthetic enemy, but... Which, again, I have mixed feelings on this. Because on the one hand, like, in general, yeah, it makes us look really cool and sound really cool with the helicopters buzzing around, shooting things up. But on the other hand, it's making the game more confusing. Because I can't tell what fire on my warning indicator is actually for me and which is headed for the helicopters. You know, and... Obviously, there are circumstances where the AI will trigger on you and fire at you, in which case all you can really do is hide and run away, which is kind of meh. But, alright, we are now full up. We are ready to assault the fortress. I think, okay, our boys did finally stack up against the inner sanctum. We've taken out the outer walls, as it were, and the outer garrison. Now it's just time for the inner garrison, which should be his elite guard, most likely. And it sounds like they have a automatic grenade launcher, so that's going to be fun to deal with. Alright, so now we will commence our assault on the courtyard. And obviously your first instinct is going to be to just do a frontal assault, which is a fair instinct to have, and also totally doable. But all right, let's get this show on the road and assault the inner sanctum. right. So that's the first batch. And you can assault it frontally, but what you can also do is you can get up on these walls and assault it from the walls, which gives you a level of verticality, which I really appreciate. Now, we gotta be careful here. As you can see, Mr. Grenade Launcher is going crazy there, and we have not hit him yet. He's scaring the shit out of our boys down there. You can see them squirming. Alright, I don't know if we actually got him or not. Fucking aesthetic enemy is setting up. Okay, we got him. Good. Setting off my return fire indicator, or my incoming fire indicator. Damn you. I know you're there somewhere. Okay, now unfortunately, yeah, unless you can somehow bridge that jump, which might be possible, you do have to assault this area on foot in the end. So the verticality is nice for pre-clearing it out, kind of, but you still got to do the dirty work. Holy shit, did we just win out against that 50? Oh, we did. Oh, yeah. I'll be very sneaky like. You know what's funny? This is not kind of what I had in my mind when I heard hostage rescue, but, you know. Granted, we're doing more than just rescuing the hostage. We're also just generally assaulting this guy's holdings, but someone's over there. I can feel it. I got him. All right. Now we use our very advanced reload on the move technique. Oop. Gotta be careful, don't want to glitch out of the world here. Oh, I think I heard someone else come around. Oh yeah. We heard people leave. Think. Alright, this building seems to be clear for the most part. We'll just run around and ensure that. Hey, Kalb, eat some shit. Imagine someone just flashbanging you out of spite. Like, they aren't ready for the assault. They're just like, yeah, have a flashbang, because fuck you. That's why. Alright, so I think we are ready to assault the inner sanctum. Which there is only... Ow. There is only one entrance, unfortunately. Oh, no. Oh my god. Abort. Alright, we got that med kit in the castle. I think we're just going to use that one. As if I need another med kit beyond this, I'm kind of just fucked. I mean, I'll still go and run and get it, but I'd rather just take the... Alright, he had another one of his boys run out, which I suppose this will make actually entering the building easier since I was able to draw them out. I just wish they hadn't shot me twice in the process, you know? There we go, and let's do a totally pointless reload with only 4 rounds spent. Oh, there's ammo too, so if we used any ammo... Oh, I think I did use the AT4, so we will, well, it's so close to the mines, but there we go. I suppose we'll take the ammo. This is our final assault after all. Alright, let's reload that fully loaded weapon, which I don't know why we have to do that when we pick up an ammo box, but... Alright.
Everyone clear?
We're ready, Coach!
Cover me. I'm going up after the general. Good
Oh,
luck.
right.
hazır şo. دارن میان. بیا بالا آمریکایی. بیا بمیر. حقته که بمیری.
He's got some very nice paintings. One repeat here, though. Really shitty couch. And a very nice chair. I bet these are real paintings, but I don't know the, I don't know, what they're from. Alright, one of his guys decided to try to come down. Bad choice on his part. Alright. Got you, General. You will kill no more innocents.
This is 5-1. Mission accomplished. I say again, mission accomplished.
5-1. With General Kalb dead, the rest of the resistance should crumble. This fight is over. Your team did an outstanding job out there today, 5-1.
Just doing our job, Command. But I don't want to have to go through that again anytime soon.
No kidding. 244 killed out of 253. I think the rest are probably... Let's see, there's only 9, so that could very well just be aesthetic enemies. And with that, General Kalb is dead. The Iranian hardliner resistance will be ended. And a new era of peace, democracy, and economic well-being can happen to Iran or so. I don't know. But yeah, with that, we have finished the Iranian campaign. And like I mentioned, easily the longest mission of any Delta Force game, at least with the exception of maybe Extreme and Extreme 2, because I haven't really played through those. I played through Extreme a bit as a kid, but I think those were mostly short. But yeah, very long mission, but again, a very fun one, even if it's not necessarily holding hard and fast to the ideals of Delta Force when they started with Delta Force 1. You know, like I mentioned, with all the med kits and the ammo boxes. But a very fun mission. I am thankful that they just made all the friendlies invulnerable, with maybe the exception of the POW. But even him, you know, they might have made him invulnerable just so, you know, a random RPG doesn't take him out. And honestly, they kind of had to with how many RPGs they had flying around. But, no, this was fun. This is definitely the peak of the expansion. And arguably even the entire game. I mean, obviously you have Mogadishu, which is like 5 missions long, but this feels, you know, this is just a very nice way to end the game. You know, to cap it all off, and very well done. And I noticed the Iranian campaign didn't quite suffer as many bugs as the Colombian campaign. There's still a few here and there, especially if you know where to look for them. But compared to the Colombian campaign, the Iranian campaign feels very well polished, almost to the level that the campaign is on. And honestly, I think the Iranian campaign is my favorite campaign out of all of them. This mission being a bit of a slog notwithstanding. It's very fun. And just, again, just a nice cap to the original Delta Force legacy. And I'm going to, I said I would show some multiplayer maps now that we're done with the game, which I feel like there's not much left to say about the game at this point. Obviously, I'm a little... because, you know, I've probably said it all by now, certainly after the first campaign. But, a little disappointed that there's not more cutscenes, or even just an ending text screen that says, congratulations, you beat the game. A little disappointed by that. But, you know, that's a complaint, a long-running complaint. So for now, I'm just going to show some of the multiplayer maps. I'm not actually going to set up multiplayer, do any multiplayer. But they have some interesting maps. Now, this one obviously looks like something out of the expansion. Because obviously you got a bunch of city and desert-based crap with the... well, not crap, but maps with the original game. You know, because Somalia. But with the expansion, I think they added... well, more desert-based stuff because of Iraq, or Iran. But they... added some jungle stuff because of Colombia, so you get to see that here. And you can see, you cannot drive vehicles in the game, but what you can do, I don't think these guys are going to allow you to do it, but what you can do is, there's a lot of in-place weapons here and stuff, as you can see. There's probably some in that tower. I know one of these maps had like 2 miniguns on a tower, which is obviously going to make a very potent kill field. But, there's some really cool stuff that they do in multiplayer that I just want to show off, even though I never played it as a kid, really, other than some basic exploring of the map. One is the armories that you may remember from the game have been expanded in multiplayer. So instead of those little random freestanding shit, they actually have armory buildings, and they're marked by this global harmonized symbol system, which in the real world you get these multicolored diamonds that are used to indicate, you know, hazardous materials. You know, what, like, are you transporting explosives? Are you transporting flammables? Are you transporting corrosive acid? And that's what this is used for in the real world. In game, though, it's used to mark an armory. And you can see they have entire armory rooms, which is... they're actually pretty well detailed. I kind of like... you know, they're obviously using 3D models here. Very nice. You got the... you know, the straw, you know, serving as the bed. That one's incorrect, because the MP5 is supposed to have an integrated silencer, not an attached silencer. At least the one we use in-game. But yeah, otherwise you have the Car-15 there with what looks like a 20-round magazine. Barretts, AT-4s. And you'll notice, you may have noticed there are different classes you could pick, which each one gets a slight buff. Like, for example, I think Gunner gets a buff to using machine guns or something, like it's more accurate or something. I'm the medic, so we get this med pack to heal people, so we can just chuck this at them and heal them, which obviously wasn't something you could do in the single-player campaign because you could just cheese it. And you'll notice, while you aren't allowed to drive vehicles, you can still kind of use them. Several maps feature either convoys you can get into, or like grounded helicopters like this that just wait for someone to walk up, and then a few seconds after they step on, they start flying around the map in a preset pattern. So there's some really cool stuff that they do here. This looks like some sort of capture the flag type thing, maybe. I mean, it's supposed to be deathmatch, but I don't know what that's supposed to be, because like I said, I never really played the multiplayer. But yeah, you get if you aren't actually playing the game, you can just get a really nice scenic tour of the map. And there's a better, was it Smuggler's Run? And there's a bunch of them. Some of them you can obviously tell, like, Stadium Riot. Okay, that's going to be in a Stadium Mind's Eye. That's going to be in a mine. Walden. Okay, you're probably going to be in a box. Or City Madness. You're going to be in an urban thing. Squid Island, which is amusingly relevant all of a sudden. This game is decades before Squid Game came out, but I think Smuggler's Run is the cool one where you can see the Humvee convoys. Nope, I am mistaken. What Smuggler's Run does have, though, is those minigun towers I was talking about. So they really go hog on the... what's it, this one? I will just go through all of these, because as you can see on a modern system, it just loads so quickly. Nope. And yeah, you get the... this one's like, who can capture the Black Hawk, it looks like, to get the advantage. Unless there's one to the south. Nope. Otherwise, it's just a big open area in the city. So this one is obviously one that, you know, would have probably been in the original game with Mogadishu and all. Because that's basically what this looks like. You can see there's sandbags, place weapons and armories throughout. We can see there's 2 sets of 2 vehicles each. I don't know if those move if you get into the... Oh, nope, they're moving. So this will be good enough to show those convoys, but you can just walk up to them and get in. They don't have any particular, like the helicopter, they don't have any particular alignment. But you get a nice view of the city. Obviously, you're vulnerable using these vehicles because, well, the vehicles themselves, I believe, are invulnerable. The you are not invulnerable, so you can still take damage from, you know, heavy mounted weapons or RPGs, AT4s most likely in this case. Yep, there they are. Just 2 Humvees with mounted machine guns moving around. And obviously, you know, they're also flying on a predictable path, but you can see the city's walled in, so you don't have any wackiness like in single player where you can sometimes leave oil well outside. Which, does Somalia have oil? I didn't think so, but... And just so many in-place weapons. You can tell from where they're placed that there's definitely a good amount of verticality. Which is really something for a game of this time. Especially when you consider how hard it is for them to create interiors based by how sparingly they've used them until now. And how Spartan they've been until this game. But yeah, just lots of really cool stuff. I think... Oh, I forget which one of these it was. Was it Road Rage? Was it Devil Dogs? I don't know. The first time I made this episode, there was a really cool map. I think this might be it. Yeah. So you get... Basically, each side has the... that technical factory from early on in the Somalia campaign. For the basic building. But you get 3 mounted miniguns in the windows. So that basically makes this a kill field. Which, granted, it's not... You do have cover. I mean... there's mounds, there's that wall and stuff. But it does make the use of smoke, flashbangs, and stuff very important. As well as, you know, just generally being part of a coordinated team effort. And here's the other form that armories can take, is these armory trucks. Which, again, gives you a very nice armory room. You can see we have machine guns and sniper rifles, assault rifles, AT4s, med packs for days, all that good stuff. And the other side, this, like, I feel this would be a great map for, like, Capture the Flag or King of the Hill. Both bases are the same. And you can see, then you got the central area with just a single tower and a bunch of walls, and there's some machine guns around there. You can see there's a single vehicle convoy on the map that, again, it's neutral. Anyone can walk up and take the seats. You could theoretically even have, you know, Team 1 and Humvee 1 and Team 2 and Humvee 2. And just ignore each other, you know, but other than that, it's like, okay, we got miniguns here that are to surprise people, I guess. Come up here, it's just 2 opposing sandbags. But, oops. Okay, well, that's better than falling off, I suppose. And, of course, if you look out, you got, Thank you, Origin. again, you got just kind of the same setup here with the 3 miniguns. And then, curiously enough, you got this little area on the map, which is kind of like another trap zone, you know, because you can see the minigun here that's going to have a very narrow field of fire, but conversely, no one's, you know, a lot of people aren't going to see you until they're in the kill zone, by which point it would be too late. And then behind that, you actually have a full-blown armory and some trucks, apparently. Very interesting. Which I guess this gives you, you know, if you can control the midfield, this gives you, like, a resupply point. Because obviously you still have ammo and stuff. I don't know what they must have a kill zone for a barrier in the map. Yeah, I like the little vendor window. But you can access the armory menu, which does have a few more options over single player, because obviously you can change your class, which changes your base loadout, and I think... Does it change? Yeah, because Gunner isn't allowed to use snipers, it looks like. And then there's Delta Force and SAS flavors for them. They obviously added. Oh, really? You don't get the full grenade loadout. But obviously they, I guess that must be for a support type class then. But obviously they added the SAS Gunners with the expansion. Or the SAS class variants with the expansion as a bit of flavor. Here we got, looks like some trucks that were unloading supplies. So, well, there may not be like a story to these maps. I feel like they're very well designed just by briefly touring them. And I imagine Delta Force Black Hawk Down multiplayer must have really been quite something in the day. I'm almost a little disappointed I didn't get to partake in it. There's probably some diehard fans out there who are still keeping it alive, but I haven't done any research into that. I just barely have time to make these videos, you know, so... I suppose one last thing we could do is actually just get in the, yeah, you can see that the vehicles actually stop, around the midpoint. I assume they do a patrol stop on one side, do a patrol stop on the other side of that midpoint. Yep, now they're going again. So that gives you a very easy opportunity to get on, whereas, you know, like what we're doing now, we have to kind of intercept them. And as you can see, the knife doesn't really, I'm not noticing a speed boost with the knife. I think that's just the CQB class that gets that speed boost in multiplayer. But yeah, each of the classes have their own little tweaks. I think this was around the time that Battlefield 1942 was coming out and getting popular, give or take, because this was, what, 2003? Let's see, Battlefield 1942 came out in 2002. Yeah, so that was a year before this, so they probably might have taken some inspiration from that, although they already had kind of the class-based system in Task Force Sabre. I'm curious about this map because it's like the one that doesn't have a normal name. Just thicker, TSO2. Okay, so we got a bunch of green grassy hills with a little city up ahead. Why do we make... What's that? Yeah, we make... It sounds like we're uncorking a bottle when we pull the knife out. So this is just a really tight map. I mean, I guess you could fuck off outside until the kill zone gets you. But yeah, there's nothing else but this small little city here. Or village. It's like Rust before Rust happened. I have no idea when COD Modern Warfare came out, but... Except you don't have the verticality that Rust had in this map. Not really. Maybe that center building... Yeah, the center building offers a little bit of verticality, but not much. That's, ooh, I'm King of the Hill, which this could be like good for a deathmatch King of the Hill type map, or just plain deathmatch, I suppose. But yeah, okay, so that's kind of a quick tour of the, I guess I gotta do Squid Island now, don't I? Since I saw it. Alright, we'll take a brief look, but, ooh, bright. Okay, I guess it kind of looks like a squid. There's some mountains. We see a roving convoy. Otherwise, looks like we have a roving convoy as well. Otherwise, there's 2 bases and some in-place weapons. So not that much to it. I guess that must be a center tower, you know, to kind of give you control of the center. Or award you for taking control of the center is probably the... You have access to the tower and any in-place weapons on it, I suppose. And then I take it they have an armory building. Oh, no, just a truck, really. All the other buildings, I thought they would have had an actual armory building, but once again, it's just the, ooh. Okay, there we go. The actual truck, so. But let's take a seat. We don't get to see the sea too much, or the beach. I mean, I guess we kind of did in parts of Colombia and Iran. Even in Somalia, I guess. I guess it wasn't that rare, but... Actually looks fairly nice. I don't know what the kill box is, or maybe there isn't even one, and you can just fuck off to Foreverland, but... That General's amusing. But in any case, I think now is the time to bring this to a close. I could run through the rest of these, but honestly, there's probably other channels that do that. And who knows, maybe there's even a channel that does multiplayer Black Hawk Down still, but in any case, I think we're done here. Again, I think this was a great cap to a great game, and we, honestly, in my opinion, we've really reached the peak of the Delta Force series here, because in my opinion, it starts going downhill with Extreme. I mean, the graphics still get a bit better, and they try to bring it back home, like with sniper rifles and scope weapons. They go back to using the original Delta Force style scope where you have that picture-in-picture view. But they're definitely more multiplayer focused, probably because with, 1942 and COD and all that, and Halo, multiplayer became the big thing that everyone had to do. So you see stuff like Joint Operations, which is basically the Novalogic version of Battlefield. Which I'll be doing that because they added a campaign to it, I guess, in the expansion. Or something resembling a campaign, I should say. So we'll do that eventually. Probably after the Delta Force series. But, it's class-based team warfare, kind of like Battlefield. You are allowed to use vehicles in that one. But then you get an Extreme, which is basically like just multiplayer focused Delta Force, where you might just have a few small vehicles. They do add vehicle usage for the first time, mostly the desert patrol vehicle type stuff. But, even the single player campaign, which didn't have much to... None of the Delta Force games have really had much. There's campaigns to begin with, but Extreme really brings it down a level. You get voice briefings back, which is nice, I think, but, if I remember correctly. But on the flip side, there's like a respawn system, so if you die, you just respawn at a checkpoint. But, like, all the enemies are still dead. You might have to huff it, like 2 miles, and it just really kind of takes you out of the experience, in my opinion. So, we will be doing it without I'll be ignoring the respawn system eventually. If I die, I restart. That's how it goes. But, and I think Extreme 2 kind of continued that, but with more maps. And Extreme is, you'll notice, really trying to call back to the original Delta Force. In fact, I think the whole game is just like a reboot of the original Delta Force game. So I know at least 2 of the campaigns are more or less the same from the first game, but we'll get into that next week. And for the first time, there won't even be a manual reading because there is literally nothing to the manual of Extreme. I've checked through it already, and it's just how to install the game, how to run the game, what your HUD means. They don't have like the Delta Force Creed or anything like that. So really disappointing, but not atypical for that era. So look forward to that next time. And with that, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time, and stay safe out there. We'll see you then.